Which fruits are worse for you than candy?
Fruits to avoid: number one, watermelon. 2 slices of watermelon have a whopping 32 grams of sugar, about the same as 2 candy bars. Instead, try strawberries. They're loaded with vitamin C and omega-3 fatty acids, and a serving only has about 7 grams of sugar. Fruits to avoid: number 2, pineapple. Everyone loves tangy and sweet pineapple, but for the same amount of sugar, you could have a bowl of gummy bears. Instead, try blueberries. Blueberries are loaded with fiber to keep you full and make your digestion smoother. Fruits to avoid: number 3, cantaloupe. Not only are cantaloupes high in sugar, they also contain lectins, a potentially dangerous protein that can hurt your gut lining. Put the cantaloupe down and instead try oranges. Oranges contain a ton of vitamins and minerals, vitamin C to potassium and calcium. Just make sure you're eating the actual fruit and not just the juice. Juice has all of the sugar and none of the fiber. And when you're eating for better health, the key isn't excluding any major food group. I'm living proof. 20 years ago, I lost 70 pounds, and I've kept it off ever since. Stay tuned, and I'll show you exactly how I did it.
This is a potato, and if you're cutting carbohydrates, it's your enemy. There's just one problem. Study after study shows these low-carb diets do not improve weight loss. In fact, many people who go on keto or Atkins end up gaining back more weight than when they started. How is this possible? How can the most popular diets in America have it exactly wrong? Well, the answer lies in a recent discovery that may go down as one of the most mind-blowing revelations in the history of weight management. It turns out the key to losing weight and keeping it off is not in carbs or fat or even in probiotic-rich foods. No, the end game of having a healthy weight, as well as more energy and a long, healthy life, comes down to a specific switch you can flip in your body to flush out unnecessary calories. I call it caloric bypass. And by activating this specific process in your body, I have seen thousands, yes, thousands of people dramatically improve their health even at age 50 and beyond. This includes losing weight, getting tons more energy, and returning to the good health they had in their youth once they simply address this one key to better health. Not only that, this is actually associated with improved digestion, strong feeling joints and muscles, smoother skin, and even longevity. Meaning it could be the key to a long and happy life. My name is Dr. Stephen Gundry, and you may know me from my 20 years as one of the top cardiothoracic surgeons in America. I perform more infant heart transplants than any other doctor in the world. And if you or a loved one has ever had open heart surgery, you were likely kept alive using medical devices I invented during my career. But despite my success as a doctor, my own health was a mess. I was 70 pounds overweight, had arthritis, migraine headaches, high insulin and blood pressure levels, and terrible digestive problems such as bloating, constipation, and a host of other unexplained issues. Realizing these same issues were plaguing millions of Americans, my career took a turn as I dedicated myself to learning and overcoming the skyrocketing issues of weight gain, digestive problems, and other serious issues experienced by over half of Americans. And soon, the mystery was solved. I lost those 70 pounds and have kept the weight off for over 20 years and counting. My digestive issues are gone, my health is fantastic, and I feel younger and healthier today than I did in my 40s. Even my skin, my hair, and my energy levels have improved. And yet, for years, while I've known how to help people overcome health issues, it turns out the reason why this works so amazingly well was partially unknown to the entire medical community, even me. It's only in the last year that I've discovered the final, crucial piece of this puzzle. The key starts in a fascinating discovery that was actually made over 100 years ago during World War I. The year was 1914, and all of Europe was at war. Two of the countries locked in combat were Germany and France, and both sides worked feverishly to supply their troops with munitions such as bullets, bombs, and explosives. And inside some of these munitions factories, something very strange was happening. It was noticed on both sides that in certain types of factories, the workers were experiencing a very strange change to their bodies. They were getting skinnier. Believing the workers were simply underfed, supervisors began making sure they ate more. Their caloric intake was increased dramatically. Yet, no matter how much they ate, these workers could not gain weight. Well, before the medical community could fully explore this strange phenomenon, the Allied powers prevailed and the war came to an end. When researchers went back to study the type of munitions these factories were making, they realized all the factories where people lost weight were using a specific type of gunpowder made with dinitrophenol, or DNP. DNP, it turns out, is what we call a signaling molecule. That means it tells mitochondria what to do. And what exactly does DNP signal? It tells your cells to do something fascinating. It says, hey mitochondria, quit working so hard. Instead of turning those extra calories into fat, just let them pass through unprocessed. So the calories get tossed out of the cell, and you don't keep the fat. Sounds too good to be true, right? And yet it turns out this is exactly what DNP did to the World War I factory workers. And it worked. The workers could not gain weight no matter how much they ate. Researchers sometimes refer to this as mitochondrial uncoupling. I call it caloric bypass, because it literally helps your cells bypass calories, resulting in lower body weight. Well, back in the 1930s, when researchers discovered DNP's effect for weight loss, they began prescribing it to patients, and it became one of the most popular diet pills of the era. There was just one problem. DNP is poison. People lost weight, but DNP is toxic in many ways. Signs of acute DNP poisoning include vomiting, flushed skin, sweating, dizziness, headaches, and irregular heartbeat. Some people who took DNP even died. So in 1938, the FDA officially banned DNP as unsafe for human consumption. And thank God they did. Human beings should not be taking dangerous chemicals used to make explosives just to lose weight. But unfortunately, the dangers of DNP made it so researchers completely abandoned any interest in caloric bypass for the next 70 years. But what if there were ways to activate caloric bypass without ingesting harmful chemicals? In fact, what if there was a way to waste calories that was not only safe, it was something that dramatically boosted your overall wellness? It could mean even easier weight management because your body absorbs fewer calories. Not only that, scientists universally agree that excess weight is correlated with heart disease, diabetes and prediabetes, high blood pressure, insulin issues, digestive problems, achy joints, fatigue, and a host of other health problems. Mitochondrial health has even been associated with smooth skin, a strong feeling body, and most impressively, longevity. In other words, there is a great deal of positive benefits at stake here if this process can be harnessed safely. Well, over the past few years, I've dedicated my research to studying every type of boss molecule that activates caloric bypass. There are actually quite a few, and many of them are healthy. But I kept coming back to 3 specific mito boosters that worked far, far better than all the rest. My first mito booster is a very powerful type of compound found in many foods called polyphenols. Polyphenols are a specific type of compound found in certain plant foods. They occur naturally in very dark berries, such as black elderberries, blueberries, and pomegranate. They're also found in certain spices, including turmeric. And new research indicates that the more of these polyphenols you eat, the healthier you get. In one study, scientists concluded that people who ate the highest amount of polyphenol-rich foods may have a reduced risk of developing type 2 diabetes. In another study, polyphenols were found to help keep blood sugar and cholesterol levels in the normal range. Polyphenols are also naturally beneficial to gut health and play a crucial role in fighting things like bloating, occasional constipation, and other forms of digestive discomfort. And perhaps best of all, study after study shows polyphenols, for some reason, can help people lose weight. Why were these polyphenols so effective? Now I know the answer. Recent studies show, incredibly, that polyphenols activate caloric bypass, which leads to less fat being stored and, you guessed it, the weight loss, the heart health, and the boost to many other areas of health that studies show polyphenols can achieve. But do you want to know the most incredible part? Polyphenols, as amazing as they are not even the best signaling molecule for caloric bypass. That would be my next mito booster. Mito booster number 2, ketones. Now, you've probably heard of ketones before. Ketones are a special compound made in your liver. If you're on the keto diet, the whole point is to create more ketones. That's because ketones have been shown to help people lose tons of weight, get more energy, and even achieve clearer thinking. But here's the thing. What if there was a way to create ketones without cutting carbs? This was my mission in life, to find natural foods that could achieve ketone production in the liver. I tested thousands of foods. Some worked a little. Most did nothing at all. Until I began studying what I now consider to be one of, if not the most important things you can put into your body. It's my mito booster number 3, MCTs. MCT stands for medium chain triglycerides, which is a kind of fat found in certain foods. But what's so special about MCTs? Well, almost every food on the planet that you eat can be converted into fat. And if you eat too much, that's exactly what happens. But MCTs are truly unique. MCTs can never be converted to fat. When you eat MCTs, they go straight to your liver, and they can only be converted into one type of compound, ketones. Let me say that again. MCTs can only become ketones, and the more MCTs you eat, the more ketones they produce. In one study at the world-famous Columbia University in New York, 49 overweight men and women were split into two groups, one of which added olive oil to a healthy diet, the other added MCT oil. At the end of the trial, the doctors were shocked. The MCT group had lost up to 8 pounds, far more than the olive oil group. This supports another study at McGill University in Canada that observed overweight women, on average, burned more calories a day, up to 45 calories extra, with the addition of MCT oil to their diet. At the time, the researchers weren't sure why the extra calories were getting burned, but you and I do. MCTs convert directly into ketones, and ketones activate caloric bypass. In other words, if ketones are a shortcut to helping you improve your health, MCTs are like a shortcut to a shortcut. And the good news is, in humans, it seems these effects are entirely beneficial, even when consumed over the course of a lifetime. In fact, the so-called Mediterranean diet, the one doctors agree seems to help people lose weight and live a long life, is really a diet loaded with polyphenols and MCTs. All the data, all the best results, all kept coming back to one thing. Eat foods that activate caloric bypass. Well, armed with this new theory about the connection between certain foods and caloric bypass, I knew I had a new mission in life. After all, this isn't just about looking better, losing weight, feeling strong, even supporting longevity. Caloric bypass is quite possibly the single most important biological process we can activate in our bodies to help us improve our health as we age, especially after age 40, 50, 60, and beyond. So I decided to put my research to the test. I scoured the globe, testing hundreds and hundreds of polyphenols and MCTs. I was looking for polyphenols that went way beyond the power of simple blueberries or strawberries, and for MCTs vastly more powerful than goat cheese or sheep's milk. I was hoping to find one I could use to supercharge caloric bypass. But in the end, I didn't find one. I found 4. The first 2 were polyphenols, a powerful extract from red and black currants, specifically made from a unique strain sourced locally in France. Next, I added a special type of grapeseed extract from my favorite variety of Sicilian grapes, one of the most potent polyphenols ever discovered. And last, I combined MCT extracts from coconut oil with potent acacia fiber and several superfood vegetables into one super powerful MCT blend. I had taken various polyphenols and MCTs over the years, but none as strong as these, and never combined into one formula using only the best sources I could find across the globe. When I started taking all 4 together, I felt like a switch got flipped. I had vastly more energy, clearer thinking. I had fewer unhealthy food cravings, and yet my body felt healthier and stronger. I had no digestive issues. Best of all, staying trim felt like it was on autopilot, because the MCTs I was drinking every day were converting directly to ketones, without fasting or crazy exercise. I began giving this formula to friends, family, and clients who were desperately hoping to achieve these incredible benefits themselves. People kept coming back and telling me their results weren't just good, they were phenomenal. They kept telling me the same things. Their energy was through the roof. Their bowel movements had improved with less gas and bloating. Their brain fog was gone. They felt sharper and younger. Unhealthy cravings were gone. They looked better in the mirror. One user in his 70s felt so good, he told me, "Dr. Gundry, I don't ever want to be without this." So immediately I got to work on a larger batch, one I could offer anyone who was looking for the results of the keto diet without the suffering. I called this formula Gundry MD's MCT Wellness. MCT Wellness is the first and only formula of its kind, a powerful blend of MCTs and polyphenols, designed specifically to power your mitochondria and help you activate caloric bypass. That means feeling all-day energy because your mitochondria are working smoothly. Improved weight management because these ingredients support the release of excess calories, even while you sleep. Saying goodbye to digestive issues thanks to the gut-boosting power of polyphenols. Clearer thinking and increased mental energy thanks to the well-known effects of ketones on cognitive health. And maybe most important, the feeling of knowing you're doing something that's not only healthy, it could literally be helping you achieve the long, healthy life you deserve. And this works for people of any age. I'm 71, and I feel better than I did at 40. Best of all, you're not going to have to scour the globe to dry, measure, and blend these ingredients one by one. My team has found a way to turn these MCTs and polyphenols into a single, powerful drink, one you can take every day to achieve the incredible benefits for yourself. Simply mix 1 scoop of MCT Wellness into 8 ounces of water, stir, and drink. It has a delicious lemonade flavor, and it goes to work immediately inside you, charging you up with energy starting with the very first use. It's a simple, powerful tool to help you achieve the energy, weight, and health you deserve. Okay, so let's talk about how you can try MCT Wellness and experience these same dramatic changes for yourself. By distributing MCT Wellness ourselves with no middleman, my team said that we could use 100% high-quality ingredients for a suggested retail price of $69.95. I was impressed. That's actually a price I would have gladly paid to get help losing weight and get rid of my fatigue and the many other issues I suffered from prior to getting my health under control. But I know the more affordable something is, the more people will have access to it. So, because you've watched this entire video, and because I know how serious you are about finally taking control of your mitochondrial health, we've decided to dramatically lower the price of MCT Wellness for a short period of time. If you order MCT Wellness right now through this video presentation, you'll pay only $49.95. That's an instant savings of $20. But remember, this offer is only available to first-time customers through this video presentation, and it's only available until supplies run out. And supplies will sell out. When they do sell out, this offer will be taken down immediately, and MCT Wellness will return to its regular price of $69.95. You see, most of our users fall in love with MCT Wellness after just their first week of use, myself included. In fact, we've received over 20,000 orders of MCT Wellness since first offering it to the public. And the reason we have so many users is because when people start taking MCT Wellness, they end up asking for quite a bit more, not just for themselves, but for friends and family too. So we've created multi-pack options to help you get some really big savings. When you order a pack of 3 jars of MCT Wellness, you'll pay only $44.95 a jar. That's $25 off the retail price of $69.95, and you'll get free shipping with your order today. And if you order a package of 6 jars, you'll save even more, up to $165 off the retail price, which is incredible. Prolonged use is the #1 best way to get the most out of MCT Wellness. So click the Next Step button below right now to find out if these options are still available. And no matter how many jars you order, every single order comes with our ironclad money-back guarantee. Yes, that means you can use every single drop. And if you don't experience all the changes our user group did, the boost in energy, easier time losing weight, the stronger, healthier feeling body, just send it back for a full refund of your purchase price, even if it's just the empty jars. That's how confident we are in this groundbreaking new formula, so I want you to use it all and experience the incredible change for yourself. So click the Next Step button below and let's get started. Try it for a full 90 days. And if you're unsatisfied with the results for any reason whatsoever, you'll get a complete refund of your purchase price. I'm positive you're going to love how this product makes you feel. For your health, I'm Dr. Stephen Gundry.